Okay, guys, so I am back. Sorry for that hiatus again. But I am here so we can talk about the mess because, I mean, that's what we do on Facebook and Instagram, right? We get to the mess. All right, so let's get to the mess. All right, you guys see what Miami has done to my hair? It's so humid here. Like, so humid. All the time, all the time. So I didn't even bother like using my hair products and doing my slick downs that I be doing. I don't think I ever showed you guys my slick down. It looked like I got a perm. All it is eco style gel and a hard brush, but it be looking like I got a perm. But anyways, let's get to this mess. What y'all want to talk about? Marquees Houston and this 19-year-old girl. Her name start with an M. Maya Houston, Miani, Izzy Miyake. The girl, the girl was just born a couple days ago. Okay, and he's engaged to her, and it's been some, he's been catching some backlash from it, and him and Chris Strokes. I said what I said. I know what I said. Don't correct me in the comments. I know exactly what I said. And I know somebody gonna hop they slow ass in the comments and still say, but it's Chris Stokes. I know what I said, boo. I know what I said. So him and Chris Strokes was defending it on Instagram, talking about they hate when they see you happy or something in their Instagram stories. How do you feel about dating a 19-year-old at age 38? I mean, I've expressed interest in individuals younger than myself, but they are at least in their 20s. I mean, you like who you like. It would be different if they just met and we knew that they just met. However, that would be his saving grace. But records show that him and or Chris Stokes have known this girl since she was 14, because Chris Stokes used her in the credits of a couple movies that he was over as the executive producer, and the dates go back to when she was 14. So, and that was a screen grab from some research that the Impressive channel on here had did. Shout out to the Impressive channel. So they've known her since she was 14, 16 years old. Now that's where the problem comes in for me. That, like, they've been pretty much dating the whole time, or he, has been expressing interest in her, and he waited for her to turn 18 or 19, and then once she got there, then he hurry up and engaged her. But you're not gonna hurry up and get engaged to nobody that you just attracted to. Like, they've been talking. I would go so far as to say they've been talking like a Tyga and Kylie Jenner tea. So, Marquees Houston, it's not a good look. Like, if you want to do the whole May December romance thing, cool. I'm the product of a May December romance, okay? So that's why I'm kind of not bashing him for having an age difference. As far, she's 19, she is a consenting adult. A gun isn't being held to her head. But the fact that you knew that girl back when she was a freshman in high school, you're nasty, okay? You're nasty. This ain't somebody that you met out, and you didn't meet her at no club because she ain't club age. Where you meet her. Where you meet her. So, nuh-uh. I'm not buying it. I'm not feeling it. It's not cute. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. But we're going to move on. What else do we have? Okay, so there's this whole back and forth thing with Nene Leakes over at Bravo. It was announced from Love B. Scott earlier this week that she had been fired from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Then she went on Twitter and her Instagram with the laughing emojis and talking about, child, if it's true, when it's my time to go, I'll let you know, and all that. And so, now I'm hearing that she's in talks with the E Network for her own show. You got to think. I think that Nene has always wanted to do something different with, herself other than the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because shout out to Alexander Rogers on YouTube too. He pointed out that even from season 3, and I know this from watching season 3 repeatedly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, Nene has always wanted to do something else. Even season 2, she was writing a book. Season 3, she was an intern trying to do celebrity interviews. Season 4, she was acting on, she was branching out and acting on Broadway and Glee and The New Normal on NBC. So she's always wanted to do something else. And then she was supposed to have a talk show come out years ago, but Wendy Williams, her good Judy, Wendy blocked it. And I think that's why she got that odd friendship with Wendy. Now she's trying to, get Wendy to unblock it so she can get her talk show, because she knows that people are just over her on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Like, we're just tired of it. We want something new. Like, everybody's been crying out for new blood, and I think the producers hear it, which is why they got rid of Eva. Now, Eva announced that she was leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that she wouldn't be returning because she wants to, be proactive and do work for the community, for the nappy-headed community on the Ricky Smiley show where she works. So shout out to her. Eva's now woke and pro-black and everything like that. And, her black is now beautiful. And that's a beautiful thing. People change. Maybe everything was a wake-up call. Maybe everything that was pointed out to her gave her, a slice of humble pie to eat. But Madam Terrence Howard is moving on. And she's got her pillows and her CBD and her Instagram ads to fall back on. So, she's going to get in her Ricky Smiley show. So, she'll be eating. Her husband's an attorney. So, I'm sure she could have used those Bravo checks. What I think is they tried to drop her down to friend of the show, and she declined. Because that's why Sheree didn't come back. Sheree said they tried to lowball her. I think they wanted her to go back as friend of the show, and she was like, no. She felt like it was a disrespectful offer because she's an OG cast member and she should have clout. But if you don't bring nothing, then you don't bring nothing. So there's that. But what else is going on in the world? So much. We have, the president. He tried to do his rally on Juneteenth in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Y'all, Tulsa, where the Black Wall Street massacre happened in 1929. If you all don't know what that is, look it up. He said that he made Juneteenth very famous and that nobody even knew what it was before him. Baby. And he said also he said at the rally that he had the following day that that corona cases are rising because more and more people are getting tested, and that the testing should slow down. Yes, you heard me. You heard what I said. And then the White House going to release a statement talking about he's joking. Now, what president do you know ever made jokes about serious instances? Like life or death, serious instances. What president? George W. Bush didn't even do that. And that was an adult baby. And that man was a whole buffoon. I'm sorry. George W. Bush was a doofus, but at least he took serious things seriously. I mean, dang. Like, this. Like, when is November coming? Like, can we speed things up so we could just get him out of here? Like, dog. Like, this is wild to me. I don't know what else to say. I don't want to get on here. I don't know. I'm new to YouTube. I don't want to get on here and talking too crazy and the channel gets snatched down before anybody even know that I'm here. So I'm just gonna shut my mouth and pretend not to see it. What else do we have going on? The Shitty Girls released a new album and the girls are disappointed. I'll tell you what the album consists of. I'm not gonna fuck you if you broke, but if you're rich, I will. My pussy is really wet, and it makes you want to buy me things. That's the album. That's the album. So if that's your thing, turn it up, crank that shit up, sus. Pat that lace and pump up the jam. But I'm telling you, that's the album. Young Miami raps. Like, when she raps, it sounds like somebody has their hand over her mouth. It sounds like she's being abducted when she raps. It just sounds real nasally, real agitated, real inflamed. I think they're just trying to recreate the magic that came from Act Up. And that's it. The best song on the album to me was a song featuring Doja Cat called Pussy Talk. But Doja Cat got canceled a few weeks ago. So, or else I would put that out as the single ASAP. If Doja Cat wouldn't have did that tiny chat foolishness, man, City Girls would have had another hit. We hate to see it, but hey, the girls played themselves, so what can you say? But yeah, the City Girls is just two little hood chicks that got lucky, because I look around Florida and a lot of these girls look like them aesthetic wise. Little bodies, in shape, wet and wavy, lace wigs, eyelashes, bags, bikini tops. Like, a lot of the girls give me JT Young Miami vibes. So, aesthetic wise, they're a dime a dozen. And then rapping wise, they not doing nothing that anybody else couldn't do, given if they were put in that position. Because Young Miami herself admitted that, she can't rap really, and that JT is the rapper. I mean, and they have other people writing for them. So they was just in the right place at the right time, talking to the right people. I guess that pussy talked to the right people, and boom. So, hey, God put them little Tootsie Cats in the right place at the right time, and they got it cracking. So, I mean, shout out to them. If you stan the City Girls, go download it. I'm not going to try to stop a black woman's bag. But I'm telling you what the album is. That's just what that is. I did listen to it. I mean, that's just what I got. What else do we have in the news today? I'm probably just going to leave it at one more topic, and then we're just going to wrap it on up. This is something that I didn't cover on the Full Monty on Facebook or Instagram. Hurricane Chris. Remember Hurricane Chris? Halle Berry. Remember him? Well, he killed a man at a gas station in Shreveport, Louisiana. It's gonna look like it looks like a life sentence to me, dog. You killed a man, sir, and black on black crime comes with full capital punishment. If he were a police officer, the union would have shielded him, and he would have been put on administrative leave with pay for a couple days and been right back to work. As we saw with one of the officers that was involved in the George Floyd murder. He was found out and about in Minneapolis at Cubs Food. A young lady had caught him on camera. He seemed ashamed. He seemed embarrassed. But we're gonna need more than that. You had a hand in killing a man, and you're out on bail, and you think you just gonna live a normal life. You couldn't send somebody out to get that little stuff from you from the store. You out here with your little matching shirt and sweatpants and hat set, out here really running errands, like not even really hiding, just out here thinking that everything is cool. Like, it's not cool. You had a hand in killing a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not okay. You out here running errands. I'm glad that he was blasted, but it's going to take a lot more than that. It's going to take a lot more than that, baby. I'm not trying to hear it. I don't want to see it. Hopefully he continues to get aired and blasted until he's thrust into complete obscurity, and I hope that they do get punished to the full extent of the law, because if people thought that the protests and the riots were bad when George first passed, it's going to be a full-blown mess if they get off, if one of them get off. Let alone Derek Chauvin or Darren Chauvin, whatever his name is. So hopefully they punish them to the full extent of the law again. And hopefully the officers that killed Breonna Taylor, hopefully they get what they got coming to them too. Protesters are protesting outside of his home. They're saying no justice, no sleep. Breonna didn't get to go to sleep in peace. She was awakened out of her sleep to be killed. So in turn, he's not being allowed to sleep. If she couldn't get no peace, then you can't. And that's fair. They're not, destroying his house or setting it on fire or, ruining anything, but they're not letting him get any peace outside of it either. How those people found out where that man lived, I don't know, but they found out, and they are rightfully protesting outside of that man's house until something is done. Those people haven't even been charged. You come up in somebody's house with no warrant, and you in the wrong house. The house that you really looking for is on the other side of town, and you in plain clothes, and you just bust up in there and kill that girl. And then when her man was trying to defend her, you charge him with attempted murder. The crazy, like, can you even believe it? Like, what is this world? Like, they really, like Michael Jackson said, they don't really care about us. They really don't. But I don't want to end this on too negative of a note, because this isn't a negative channel. My page is very silly. I typically bring shade, but this is just the mood that I was in, and this is just something that I had to say. And I'm not going to I'm not going to have the size of the platform that I have and do nothing and say nothing and not be a part of anything. Like, I'm going to speak up. I'm going to say something. Black lives definitely matter. They always have. They always will. My black life matters. Your black life matters. And it always will. So that's what I wanted to leave out on that note with. And hopefully you guys continue to tune in. Make sure you like, you comment, and you subscribe. And you go over to Facebook and Instagram at The Full Monty, and you do the same thing there. And I will talk to you guys again soon. Way sooner than later. All right, bye.